Welcome back, my Duelist friends. Casual Duelist here, and it is time for another Time Wizard Thursday. This time, I'm going to be featuring the deck I'm keeping from Imperial format. Now, before I give you the deck list, I'm going to tell you right now, it's Germ Burn, which is probably one of the most fun early burn decks that Yu-Gi-Oh! Ever saw. And no, I'm not done with my side deck yet. I've only got 5 cards to it. So I'm going to show you what I have. I'm going to talk about what's going to go into it. But other than that, we're just going to get this done real quick. So, real quick, 40 card main deck. I guess 5 in the side today. And it's all pretty straightforward things. The ratios feel a little weird if you don't know. You don't know. So, real quick, I'm running 1 copy of the Cannon Soldier. Again, this is a burn deck. He's going to be pretty darn important. Now, I am going to run 1 in the main. The rest of the ones that I'm thinking about playing will be going into the side. But again, I'll talk about that at the end. Again, just tribute a monster, do 500 points of damage. Pretty straightforward. Same thing for Cyberjar. I'm going to be playing Cyberjar, flip, destroy all monsters on the field. Both players reveal top 5. Special summoning any level 4 or lower in either face-up attack or face-down defense. Remaining of the cards go to the hand. Is what it is. Also boards like I said, it boards a lot of monsters. It's really good disruption, especially if the opponent has an established board state. We will be playing 3 copies of the Giant Germ. Again, probably the title character here. It's one of the things that helps us get a lot of the extra burn going, while skirting the rules that we're going to add to the game. When these are destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you get to do 500 points of damage to the opponent. Additionally, you can special summon up to 2 more copies from your deck to the field. Any copies summoned to the field this way are in attack mode. So again, not too bad. 1 copy Jinzo. Jinzo is pretty standard as a single at this time period. I'm running 2 copies Mage of Faith because, again, recycling our spells is going to be fairly important. A single copy of Morphing Jar because the flip, drop, hands, draw new. It's number 1, it's going to revitalize us. 2, it's going to kind of hinder the opponents. So that's the kind of plays I'm about. 2, not 3 Mystic Tomatoes this time. I know that feels weird. But there are the search effects with the germs. And I'm playing around with something else in this deck. So I'm not trying to be taking all of these attacks head on. Otherwise, my burn doesn't quite work the way I want it to. 2 copies of Sangan. And again, as long as Konami stays out of it right now, they will resolve the way they did. You could resolve them multiple times at a turn, whatever. This will allow us to add most everything in the deck to the hand. Minus, I think, just the Jinzo is the only one that we cannot search out. 1,500 points or less. We're going to go 2 copies of Spear Cretin. And again, this is one of my favorite, like, early game, really mess with people type cards. When this is, it's a flip effect, flip. When this is sent to the graveyard after being flipped face up, each player selects a monster in their graveyard and special summons it in face up attack position or face down defense position. This will allow us to reset cards like the Cyber Jar, the Morphing Jar, the Mystic Tomato, and or the other Spear Cretin if you're really about that. It'll also allow us to get back our Cannon Soldier, targets for our Cannon Soldier, say Sangan, so that we can get more searches off, or just simply resetting a Giant Germ for that extra little bit of damage when you're attacking at us, which is good. It'll also help us reset our Walls of Illusion. We're going to be running 3 of this time. When it says attacked by a monster, after damage calculation, regardless of if this remains on the field afterward, you will bounce the attacking monster back to the hand. So again, pretty good, pretty straightforward. Last card, you are going to run a single copy of Witch. Witch is focused on defenses. She's going to pull just about anything out of this deck, except Wall of Illusion. It's 1850. Go figure, we finally found a card that we wanted to play that Witch wasn't going to give us. So again, that's pretty cool. Moving into the spells, and it's this first one. This is the crazy tech for the time period. Is a card from Spell Ruler, aka Magic Ruler. It is the Chain Energy spell card. The way this works, let me try that again. The way this works, each player must pay 500 life points per card to normal summon, special summon, set, or activate a cards from their hand. So if we were to set all 3 of these and then flip them, we're not going to pay anything. Okay? But if we went first and we did that, our opponent has to pay 1,500 points per card they intend to play. Which means we get to do a lot of nasty, gnarly things and run their life points like crazy. Again, this includes anything, just about any play that you're thinking about. Since it is a spell, it is Jinzo proof. It is not Imperial Order proof. It is Jinzo proof, which is, again, it's fine. The ways we get around this, in the way that we work with this, we love to see Wall of Illusion. They have to replay cards. The Spear Cretin is playing it from the discard pile, so that's fine. Germ and Cyberjar are playing them directly from the deck. That is fine. Tomato plays it from the deck. Anything else is fair game. And anything else that comes from any action that plays a card from the hand, activate or set, is worth life points. And again, it's just kind of crazy. This is a time period we did have like double heavy storms, triple MSTs, I think double true nades. It's not the world's greatest thing, but even when they activate one of those cards to get rid of it, because it's on the field when they activate it, they had to pay to play it. So we're still getting the damage off regardless, just maybe not as much as you'd hope. So again, it's a fun thing to play. Moving on, Change of Heart, great card. Confiscation, great card. Dark Hole, seriously, just great card. Delinquent Duo, rip the hand. Monster Reborn, play it while it was legal, yes. 3 MSTs. Again, we're looking for like pinpoint stuff. We're looking for things that are going to break our board state. This is what we need. This is going to be good stuff. Pot of Greed, again, the extra draw is always useful. Helps us get into our combo pieces faster. Snatch Steal, again, you pair this off with a Change of Heart. The fact that we have the ability to use our Cannon Soldiers. The Monster Reborn, after we rip the opponent's hand apart, we might pull into a card of theirs that we'd much rather see on our side of the field. Tons of good maneuvers here. Single copy of Forceful Sentry rounds out our spells. The traps are where we get a little punchy again. We are going to run the single Call the Haunted, because again, Resurrection is great. Ceasefire. Ceasefire is kind of an all-star. It is one of the best OG burning traps in the game. It's also a really good disarmament for flip effects. So again, it was limited to 1 in this time period. The way it says is when you activate it, if there's face-down defense position monsters or effect monsters on the field, change all face-down defense position monsters. I think this is actually the errated version. I think it was just when you activate this, change all face-down defense position monsters on the field to face-up defense. Flip effects are not activated at this time, and then your opponent takes 500 points per effect monster. Even if we're playing this with the errata, we're playing nothing but effect monsters. So the only one that would actually hurt us would be Jinzo, which is again fine. But it's the 500 points of burn per card. And this is going to count up both sides of the field. It's the whole field. It's not like a future card in this deck. We got the 1 Imperial Order, and then we got that future card I was just talking about. 3 copies of the Just Desserts. Now we're just looking at our opponents having monsters. And again, we're going to deal 500 points per monster that they control, which again adds up to about 2,500 when you activate this if they have a full house. Again, this is early Yu-Gi-Oh! Full houses don't happen so easily unless, of course, you're doing things like Giant Germ, whatever. But again, you crash my Germ, I get 2 more. I might hit the Ceasefire real quick. At which point I get to do the extra 1,000 before you KO them. And then, of course, you want a Mirror Force. Because, again, if your opponent does have that big full house and you don't do all the burn damage and they've still got hit points left, crash their field and then run it with your monsters normally. Now, this is my 40-card main deck. This is not really going to change too much. I'll show you what I've got in the side deck right now. It's just a little transition. I got my 3 Mechanical Chasers for my beatdown purposes. 2 Magic Jammers. I didn't dig out my Solemn Judgments, my Ukazis. I was thinking about Nimble Mamongas on the games where like I actually need some more longevity. Nimble Mamanga will do the same thing as Giant Germ. When it's destroyed by battle, it will get an effect. It will let me gain 1,000 life points. But it'll also let me summon up to 2 more copies of it. The beauty with the Nimble Mamanga is they will be in face down defense mode. And so they will be able to buffer the attacks without me taking a whole lot. And I could potentially gain 3,000 life points in a round. Which again allows me to then play through my chain energies. I also wanted to place some copies of Toll. Toll also makes it so that players have to pay 500 points to attack per monster that wants to attack as well. So between all that, that's really where the side deck is going to go. Probably a copy or 2 of Swords, whichever one was legal at the time. Fill it out with things like Giant Trunades and Fishers. And that would be my deck. So this is it. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this. Hopefully we can move past the controversy of the whole Time Wizard debacle. And hope to see you guys on the next video. Till then, you guys have a wonderful day, and we'll probably see you Saturday. Later.